welcome back to my channel. So today I decided I wanted to talk about what I'm doing and how important it is for me in everyday life to be productive. So I am not the most organized person. Anybody who knows me knows how, or even like my coworkers or my family knows right now I live in organized mess kind of thing. So there's piles, there's at work I used to have my desk I used to always be like, I need to clean my desk, or I need to organize my desk, I need to do whatever and create piles. So same thing at home. I will clean around my piles and leave those piles as projects. I've said in videos before that I'm a list person, so I can never commit to a planner, just because I would never use it. So on a daily, even when my kids were younger, the planner thing wasn't a thing back then. So I remember having a mom calendar on my fridge. That's as much planning as I did, and that wasn't even done on a daily. Would it have been helpful? Definitely so. So I've said it before, I'm a list person, and I try to do a list every night so that I know tomorrow morning this is what, or the day, not just tomorrow morning, but when I get up in the morning the next day, this is what I gotta do. And every day differs, because depending on what the next day is going to be like. So I remember in the past, I was looking at to-do lists in the past, and I put stuff in a binder here of what I wanted to keep. And I was noticing that a lot of the to-do lists that I was looking for online had, just like my daily planner at work, or yeah, my planner at work, I would never use the whole day, so it was by times, and I would never use the whole day because I'm not at work all day or I'm not at home all day. So I had like an agenda that I kept at my desk at work, and then I was trying to find something that I could use at home. But everything, when I'm planning out my day, I said I wasn't going to use the whole thing, so that's why I started doing to-do lists. And then I wish I could have found it. I will find it. I created my own so that it made sense to me. So that might be helpful to others. I'm trying to find an example of something that didn't work for me, but I think I probably threw it out. And so it would have like morning chores, afternoon chores, evening chores. So usually morning chores I couldn't do because I literally got up and got ready for work and left. Afternoon I'm at work, and then evening it's, I thought I didn't need it, but I could actually have used the morning, and I actually could have used the evening. So what I had done was I created a to-do list that actually broke it down to before work and after work, so as soon as I got home, and then evening. So I had times that I put in there that I know I could do, because I was going to the gym, so if I was going to get up and go to the gym for 5:30 or whatever, that I had to get up at this time on that day to do what I could do before I left for the gym. If I wasn't going to the gym, I had more time to do what I needed to do, so then I could put that on the before work. So definitely having something written down, whether it's in a planner or on a piece of paper that's just You can throw it out at the end of the evening when everything's done. For me, I think it's very important. I used to get up thinking I had so much time. I never took in consideration making my bed, folding clothes that needed to be folded, maybe putting a load of laundry. I just thought that that's easy. It'll take me X amount of time. But actually, it is time, and it's time that I never factor in. And when you put all those times together, you could be up to like a half an hour time that you thought you had, but you didn't. So putting things on paper for me, I could see exactly what I had to do, and then I could kind of put in my mind how long it would take me to do it. Was it realistic that I'm going to get all this done before work? And it could be even as simple as starting out as like, you got to get up, you got to shower, you got to brush your teeth. Just, yes, it's a daily routine, but it takes time to do all these things. Like, before I got braids, having to, I didn't wash my hair every day, but say I wash my hair every other day to wash and condition and to do whatever and to style it. That took time. As to now, when I have braids, it doesn't take any time. So putting things down, no matter how small it is or how everyday it is, to me is important. And it's actually been saving me. And it's actually been helping me be productive, so I'm not leaving things to the last minute. I'm not stressing when I know somebody's coming over, and I'm putting things in closet. So I clean, but I clean around stuff. So I've always been of the opinion that my home needs to look like it's lived in. I'm not living in a museum, but also too much stuff is just too much stuff. And I'm also come to the realization that I need to declutter. And I've known this for years, and I'm always decluttering. So the goal for this year is, before spring comes and the whole spring cleaning, I want to be at a place where I'm just cleaning, deep cleaning what I need to clean, because the season of winter is over, and not decluttering. And having a plan in motion will help that. Having what I need to do daily, on a daily basis, just to maintain a household, is important. And that will help me see, okay, I have all this to do. Now I can set aside time to do this. Like, I have a craft space that I've been working on for years. And my craft space was in my room at one point, back in the living room. I'm in two spaces. So it's gotten better, but it's not where I want it to be. And I've had projects that I said I was going to do in December for Christmas, and I'm like, I'm just going to just do it now, even though we're in January, save it for next year, depending what we're doing for Christmas next year. Let's get it out of the way, even film, because I have a crafting channel. So all that needs to be written down. But again, I don't want to be cleaning around cluttered stuff. When I cleaned out my kitchen, not my kitchen cupboard, I have before, but when I cleaned out just the mugs and the glasses, it was so helpful for me. And I planned that I was going to do that, and I was going to finish it today. That's why I only plan to do that little bit. So I have a decluttering list, and then I have my everyday list, and then my once a week list, and maybe what I'm going to do once a month. Because not all areas of my house need to be touched every day. We don't lose our living room, barely. We definitely don't use our dining room on a daily basis. So those areas has stuff in it that I need to declutter. And it'll be easier just to tidy up or clean, or have a space when somebody comes over that I'm not freaking out over. Once I move all the stuff that is basically just storage and I need to go through. So, this, very important. And I would encourage people just to, you don't need to get a planner. You don't need to get anything fancy. I've had different, I don't know if you can see, I was trying to show it, just different to-do lists that, just to keep me motivated, something pretty or fun. Let's see here. Okay, I made one up. So I photocopied this, printed in, or photocopied it. So I made a few of them, and just to make it fun. See, always been a list person, and always wanted to make sure that I write stuff down. So here's one of the things that I'm going to. I wish I had mine. I wish I had mine that I had created, because I just created one that was just specifically for me, in my household. Because there's a glare, I can't really show. So I printed this off. So it's similar to this, but this is one of the things that had the morning. I don't know if you can see, afternoon and evening, and you can see this will always remain blank because I'm at work. So I thought space that I'll never use. Then it broke it down to weekly. I have laundry in here, and that's unrealistic. Not unreal. It is unrealistic, but I used to do my laundry once a week. I just said Saturday's my laundry day, but it'd take all day to do, and I could do nothing else. And if I did laundry on Saturday, it would never. Other stuff couldn't get done. Or if I did other stuff and laundry wouldn't finish. So laundry was continuous, and I'm finding that doing laundry more than once a week better. So I have committed to writing things down, whether it's on a list like that, and putting it in plastic, like a plastic form. A plastic sheet, a really good plastic sheet. You can just use a dry erase and use it often. You don't have to use a piece of paper every day. So I also have this that I want to show, and I think I've shown this this is just a regular notebook I got from the dollar store, and this is actually where I started doing my list, because then I could take it around with me throughout my house. But I also put other things in, daily affirmations and etc. So yeah, so I would do lists, and I would create a top 3 that I made sure. Isn't that neat? I would create a top 3 that I would make sure that I must complete. I need to be productive on a daily basis in order for me to maintain a household. I never thought I had to. I thought, I would go out to work, come home. I used to work a lot of hours, and I'd bring work home, and I thought I could get things done. But weekend would come, and weekend would fly by, and we're just continuing on in this cycle of being unproductive. And I need to get to a point, so I'm sharing this with the world, to a point where my house is decluttered. Come April or May, when the weather starts getting good, that I can use my balcony space. I can be more comfortable and creative in my space, in my house. And I'm not rushing this process, because I'm not setting unrealistic goals. I'm just making sure, one, I'm doing a daily list that I must do every day. And so on the daily list is going to be 3 to 5 top must do, and then the daily stuff that I should be doing and putting it down. There's no one's looking at your list. So I used to feel like people just do this without having to write it down. You don't need to write it down, but I need to write it down. And nobody's looking at my to-do list. Nobody's judging, like, oh, you have to write that down to do that. Nobody cares but you. And so like I said, I want to make sure that I'm keeping on top of things daily. One of the things that we've done, or I've started to do, and I've kind of carried it over to my children, is that the kitchen needs to be closed off. What I call closed off is that if you're going in there, so I go in there and I kind of just eyeball stuff, wipe down the counters. If there's anything to be put or take out of the dishwasher, I do. Clean off the stove, and that's closed for me. Everything's done or swept and mopped. So if you come in after me, and see this kitchen in that state, keep it in that state. So I had to drill that in a while. There's going to be days it's not going to happen. And when they were younger, we were busy. We were, there was swimming, there was dance, there was after school programs. And then there was two of them doing different things at different times. So sometimes I would get home and I would have to leave my home to go get one daughter because she was in an evening program, leadership program, or there was a dance class. And so there wasn't much that I could do in the evenings. But now life is a little bit different. And again, if I had the list to do and I could see things written down and put on a calendar, this is what I need to do, and make sure I get it done because so-and-so has a dance lesson, or I need to go pick up so-and-so at the subway station, which I was doing up to last year. When they had night classes, I would leave and pick them up so they didn't have to take a bus from the station at 9 o'clock at night. So stuff like that. So I just want to make sure on a daily that I'm not stressed, because walking into clutter, or you walk into your home and there's, our front entrance is cluttered or my room is cluttered, I'm not caught. And I work from home, so I'm sitting in the clutter, and I sit there and I'm looking around going, oh my gosh, I have so much to do. So I'm not going to set unrealistic expectations of myself. I'm just going to do it slowly. So maybe a project a week, and it's a small project. Like you saw that I did those glasses in my cupboard. I haven't done anything yet again, but I have a list of everything that I want to do. And I go into my kitchen, I'm like, I'm going to tackle that next, because why not continue with the same area that I'm doing? But then again, there's other places that I'm like, oh, I need to do that as well. So I'm not setting unrealistic expectations. Other people might be able to do what you can't do, so don't mirror yourself to somebody else. Their home is different, their life is different, it's just different. So do what you can do. But I do encourage writing a list. I think a to-do list is one of the most powerful things to do. Write a list. And it will free up so much time, and it actually make you feel productive. Make me be productive. I sometimes used to send my friend, hey Joe, a picture. So I text her and I was like, hey, what's up? What's on your to-do list, or what's on your agenda? And she was like, I have this to do. So I have this, and this to do. So I'd show her a picture. I'm like, I'm just working on my to-do list. And I would send her a picture of my to-do list. And we would motivate each other that way. And we'd check in back later in the evening and say, hey, did you get through your list? And we'd talk about what we got through. So also doing something like that with somebody, just sharing, your day or what you have to do, can help alleviate some of the feelings of being overwhelmed. And also, you're not the only one that is in this state sometimes. If I watch too much YouTube, I either get motivated or demotivated. The cleaning motivations, because I was like, so much easier to clean when your house is decluttered. So I know once I declutter, my cleaning's gonna go like that, because there's gonna be a space for everything. And like I said, just putting up my glasses into the cupboard now, I don't get stressed, because I would clear the dishwasher. I'm like, holy, there's no space up in here, right? So now when we clear the dishwasher, everything fits, because I only left enough room for the things that are out. And as I go with other spaces, like I've done my closet space, my dresser is done. So when I'm putting out my clothes, it's quick and easy. Like I was going out to visit a friend yesterday, and I was like, I'm going to leave in about 10 minutes. I just got to put up my clothes. And it was like super duper fast, because everything went in smoothly. There was a space. So this is what I'm encouraging everybody to do, is write things down. If you're like me, if you're just living in this disorganized mess, clean, but everything's just in piles, or you you rush or you stress because someone's like, hey, I'm coming over. We're not doing a lot of visiting, but it used to be that way. Even with the Christmas party that I had, we would spend days before just like, where am I going to put this stuff? Where am I going to put that stuff? Because, again, we needed space for when people came over, and so I had to clear up boxes or bins that I had stuff that I hadn't gone through yet. So that is the goal for first quarter, so before first quarter of the year. So before the spring comes and everybody's spring clean, when it's spring, I want to deep clean, like probably walls, maybe paint, really deep clean my space. And I can't do that in clutter. I can't fully clean effectively in clutter. And it takes up too much time and it unmotivates me. So I don't know about anybody else, but I just like, oh, I'll just get to that. And I've had an area in my room that has been that way. Because I was just like, I'll get to it. I can't, I move things to vacuum and stuff like that. And then I just like almost give up because there's this stuff. And I know I have to go through it. So that is what I'm going to do. And that's why I'm making a list and showing how important the lists are for me and probably for somebody else daily. It's blocking off time to say, I have all these things to do. Can I get it done? Because like I said before, unrealistically woke up and said, I can get everything done, and it doesn't happen. So you just constantly in this cycle. You have laundry baskets full of clothes, you still have to vacuum, the dishwasher still needs to be on lows, you still need to clean your bathroom, you still need to clean your bedroom, dining room, all this stuff. And you're thinking you have so much time, but you don't. So daily chores, definitely. And doing a list of those daily chores and everything, and include what you need to do for yourself as a chore and the daily list if you need to. You might say, I get everything done in half an hour in terms of me. I don't need to write those things down, but I know that like if I'm like, I need to spread my bed and or change my sheets, or I think I need to do it all because I need to do it all. I need to write things down and make a top three things on your list to do that you must finish at the end of the night. And don't go to bed until that's done. So you don't feel like, something deterred you away from it. You just know in your head, when I get back home, I gotta do whatever you gotta do to finish those top three. So it's helped me clear up things that I would normally procrastinate and put off, and put off, and put off. So this literally has saved my days most recently, because I'm starting to write things down. Make a list for you, because nobody's looking at it. And if you don't get through it, nobody knows but you. So do it for yourself and help with your home. I know it's helped with my home, and it will help with my kids as well. I mean, they have their own thing. They're doing their own thing. It's just for me to make sure the house is running properly. That is it. So this is what I wanted to share. It's a little chit chat about making a list and how important this list is for me, and hopefully it might be for you. Nothing fancy needed. It could be a little sticky, a little piece of paper. I'm also doing something where, like I said, I don't need to touch everywhere every day. So if I have it in my mind, like the hall room, so the laundry room in the hallway, that is a must do on top of my daily chores. I'm going to do that Thursday or Friday. Or my dining room, or my living room, my balcony. I won't concentrate on deep cleaning or cleaning unless it's a specific day, because it's just way too much to do in a day. You can't do it all. So that is it, everybody. Make a list. Prioritize what you need to do, what areas you need to do on what day, if need be. And declutter will help you clean. My place sometimes doesn't even though I clean, it's just for a moment because with the stuff without decluttering, as soon as I move something, it's a mess again, right? So I gotta declutter so that I could maintain um, a clean home and clean faster. So I'm not spending days or hours and hours on one space. So thank you for listening to this chit chat about making a list, and leave a comment below and tell me what if you do a list. Do you do a list, and how do you function daily in terms of cleaning and organizing? So see you in the next one. Next one's going to be the next decluttering project for my kitchen. See you in the next one. Bye.